ActionFigureResource.com. Yesterday's toys, today's treasures.
Okay, I am now reviewing the Batman the Animated Series from DC Collectibles, Wave 7 from late 2016, early 2017. Joker, the second edition version. The original was in Wave 2, was the classic, the Animated Series version. This is the new Batman Adventures version. So it's slightly cleaner, it's less 40s styled, it's less of the dark deco. It's a little bit less intimidating, and it's probably less of most people's standard idea of what the Joker would and should look like. As you can see, he's got these black eyes with yellow pupils, which is really disconcerting. He doesn't have the red lipstick, and his face is kind of a bluish tinge, which is again accurate to the TV show for this second version. But there are other aspects to this version of the character that in some ways are actually, I prefer to the original Joker, which is why I went with this one. First up, and this might be me, but I kind of prefer my Joker's wiry. That first version is really built. He's got this massive, muscular, again, Dorito-shaped frame, which is, again, accurate to the animated series version of Joker. This was not really a deal-breaker for me, but I really like the fact that this one's a little bit more lithe, a little bit less jacked and built. I love the slightly angular lines to the suit. You can see there's a crease down the front of his trousers here that runs down both the thigh and the calf at the front. His legs are almost blade-like. He's wearing spats at the bottom here. These swivel. The knees have hinges, but that is it. And the upper thighs at the pelvis have these, again, double-jointed forwards and backwards and side-to-side hinges, which are seamlessly hidden away within the construction of the plastic. So they've really done their job here to sort of hide the fact that this is a figure and make it more of a little movable statue. He has a slightly different colour scheme to the original Joker, which was sort of a brighter yellow. This is a sort of a greenish, sort of slightly sickly tinged shirt, and a green posy here for his flower. Again, accurate to the TV show. He has a total of 6 hands, 2 of which will hold the gun that he also comes with. He has ball and swivel jointed shoulders, hinged elbows, and each one of the extra hands that you get is also hinged and swivels. The coat itself is made from a hard plastic, unlike Batman's cape. It's rigid and quite pointy down the bottom, so not going to be flying in the wind while you're playing. He has a very movable ball-socketed head, which is perfect for putting him into really... I mean, there's about 15 different positions you can put him in, each one more terrifying than the last. Technically, his waist swivels a little bit, but only a little bit. He's not going to be the most mobile of figures. But then again, he was never really much for action anyway. I mean, he'd try his best against Batman, but he is not your fighter. He's not your Deathstroke. He has 2 little buttons on his cuffs on each sleeve. That's a lovely little detail. He has a very pointy, angular head, which sort of, where the chin is exactly in line with his pointed back-facing hair. He's got that lovely green stripe on his quiff to give a sort of a green shine to otherwise black hair, which is much more stylized than just making it flat green. Like the rest of them, he comes with his figure stand, which has these lovely little animation reference diagrams of him. And this would be enough on its own. This would be an incredibly saleable figure on its own, but they also threw in Bud and Lou, 2 hyenas, which have got 4 different posable legs each. They're just hinged, they go forwards and backwards, but I would have expected these guys to just be solid plastic. They've got little ball-jointed tails, ball-jointed heads, and again, that lovely animation styling to them. It feels almost like they should have given one of these to the Joker and one of these to Harley in a kind of a incentive to get the other version of this character as well, but they threw these guys in just with the Joker, making him really quite super impressive. Issues that I had, he's not massively sturdy. If you stand him up without the stand, he's not going to be able to stand for very long. He's not the most posable figure in this series, and that's about it. I can't really complain that he doesn't have, many more accessories, because he comes with 2 hyenas. Now, I'm going to give this guy a 9. The only reason he loses points is because he's not absolutely hyper-super posable. And I can't just go throwing out 10s all the time, but it's really, really close. If I give it a 9.5, I would. Again, for the money, superb job, DC Collectibles.